So I love this example that's been given here to show you the power of leverage. Really show you the power of leverage. Leverage is something that big organizations are doing on a daily basis. Daily basis. Celebrities are doing it regularly. But the average people are not doing it. Right? Now, when you look at this, you're saying, success stories, companies that effectively use leverage. You hear in Hilton, Uber, Airbnb, and so on and so forth. Even Elon Musk, I'm sure it was all over the news when he acquired Twitter. Do anyone know how Elon Musk acquired Twitter?
He got 51% of the shares and became the major stakeholder.
Yeah, but how did he become 51? How did he purchase that 51 shares? How? Did he use his money? Did he use somebody else's money? Well, he leveraged. Used shares that he has in Telstra, used that to leverage to acquire Twitter. Even if he has the money, understand this, rich people would rather, a rich person would have $2 million cash. They want to buy a property worth 3 million or 2 million. You'll be thinking, oh, just use the 2 million. Nah, no freaking way in hell. They will not do it. They would ask you, can you borrow me 2.2 million? Borrow me the money for the property and borrow me the money for the stamp duty on top, and even borrow me more. Why? Because it's not just even about the leverage, it's also the incentive that comes out when you do leverage, the tax write-off that comes out when you do leverage. But then we're just going into a whole new different territory completely. Now, when Elon Musk basically uses that leverage to acquire Twitter, and let's say Twitter gone up in value. Now you hear all these words that, rich people don't pay tax and so on and so forth. How do they even do it and so on and so forth? Well, it's simple. Most rich people don't earn an income. I'll say that again. Most rich people do not earn an income. They don't pay themselves an income. What most of the time they do, they leverage off their shareholdings. So what someone like Elon Musk would do, or Uber owner, or Hilton owner would do is their share values today might be worth $2 per share. And let's say that value has gone up to $4 per share in 1 year or 2 years. They would go to the bank and say, I would like to borrow money based off the current value of my shares. Right? And when they go to the bank, and let's say they've got 1 million shares, times 4, that's $4 million. And the bank said, we can only lend you 50% of that. They give them $2 million. Now that $2 million is what they would leave off. Now that $2 million, you would think that should be classified as an income, right? It is not an income. It's a debt. They're leveraging off their assets, which is the shares, to get cash. And when they do that, they will spend that cash and they will also get tax write-off on top of that. Right?
Win-win situation.
It is a perfect. And you will get rich people say to you, don't pay me money, just give me shares in your company. They do not want money. Don't pay me income. No, please don't pay me. Give me shares in your company. And once they get the shares going up in value, they go get a loan against that share.
Hey, I know you're enjoying this video. For any inquiries and mentorship opportunity, which I would be really looking forward to working with you, in this description below, you can get all my details, and I look forward to working with you soon.
And we all know you don't pay tax on loans. Government don't charge you tax on loans. So that's one cool loophole that the smart people take. So any questions, Cindy, so far? I can see your brain ticking, going, geez.
No, I was just thinking thinking that as long as the company is public, because in tech companies sometimes before they go IPO, they still give you a lot of shares. But if it's not IPO, there's no way you can borrow against that.
Well, you can still borrow. You don't actually need to be IPO. You can still go through what is it called? Angel capital funding as well. For example, I've got shares in few companies that are not even IPO yet. I can sell my shares with them. So all I just need to do is capital raising.
Are you saying, sorry?
Go for it.
Are you saying that angel investors will take your vested shares in a non-IPO company and
Yes,
use cash?
yes, they can.
Okay.
They can. It depends on what sort of company it is. If they see there's profit, there's benefit, that it will go up in value, you can sell your shares. You don't really need to obviously, if it's public listed, it goes IPO, it's worth more.
Yeah.
The ultimate goal, if you've got shares in any company, you don't want to share. Nobody sells it. The aim is you sit down, you wait, and please let it go IPO, because as soon as it goes IPO, it just like quadruples overnight. So that scenario I gave you, maybe it's 1 in a million people would do it. People don't. It doesn't it defeats the whole purpose of you even investing in the first place. You invest in it during the startup stage with the hope it becomes public listed. So people don't do it anyway. But I'm saying, for example, I've had a situation where someone invested in one of the startups and he had a major family issue. And he invested it's a small amount. He invested like $20,000 in there, and he needed money. So he found someone else to buy his shares. So that person took over his shares. That's why I said you can't sell it. Took over his share. The person bought it less than the amount, but he needed the money urgently. So that person took over his shares and he took his money.
Sold the shares or borrow money against the shares?
No, he sold his shares. So in those cases, you can't really go to the bank to borrow money because it's not public listed yet.
Yeah.
Right? But you can go to some of these private lenders that also do invest in some sort of IT technology kind of businesses, who are also angel investors that understand that space. They could technically borrow you money if they know something that you don't know. If they know, anyone can borrow you money if they see value in it. You don't have to be public listed. If I see value in something, I will borrow you money. There is no restriction that you must be publicly listed for you to be able to borrow money. As I said, if I can borrow money off my suits, I'm sure you can borrow money off a company shares, even if it's not IPO. This is not IPO. I wish it is, because it's going to be worth more than gold. But do you get it?
Yeah, I do get it.
Awesome. All right, cool.